a huge amount of work. First of all, when it comes to geopolitics itself, if you think about it, up to maybe about the last 8-10 years, the thing is that India was always considered to be a country when it came to intergovernmental decisions. Because of my role with the UN, I can tell you this very, very personally, that India was always looked upon as a country that always sat in the sidelines, that India would never participate in any discussions, India would always go with the flow. But now India has reached such a stage where India is not only part of the discussion, but India is taking leadership when it comes to these intergovernmental decisions and these huge decisions that are affecting the world, which is really important. India is becoming very visible. And that becomes really important when it comes to mitigating the effects of climate change and all the problems that are facing the whole world, and not because climate change and issues like that cannot be looked as being regional. They are completely global problems. And also, if I may digress a little bit from here, that also trickles down to the arts, because since India is becoming so visible on the world stage, artists like me are getting a lot of respect, because when it comes to our leaders, and in fact when it comes to Prime Minister Narendra Modi also, when he's being so visible all over the world and he's showing strong leadership all over the world, he's opening a door where all of us Indians can showcase our talent, and we can have an environment which is very conducive towards us showcasing our culture and showcasing our talents to the whole world, and the whole world accepting us. Because the thing is that because India itself is becoming visible, and India is being looked upon as being like a third superpower. Now, coming back to my point now, so India has done a couple of things when it comes to on the global stage when it comes to the environment. Number one is basically the International Solar Alliance. I spoke a little bit about this earlier. It was launched during the Paris Climate Change Conference in 2015. It's sort of like a partnership between a bunch of countries which have got tropical climates to create solar power, which will be intergrid and international. The second is basically the One World, One Grid project, which is with Britain. The previous one was with France. This one's with Britain. Again, same story, that creating an intergrid network which will power the world with renewable energy. The third thing is the Life Mission. Now, the Life Mission is something that's very close to my heart, which the government of India has started. Now, the Life Mission, what it is generally putting the power back into the hands of the individual to bring about change. Exactly what I spoke about, that everybody talks about changing the world, but we don't talk about changing ourselves. It's about reusing everything, having a more circular economy, upscaling whatever we are using, doing away with the use and throw economy that we are so used to. Like, for example, this year's Grammy Awards, I had, when I won my third Grammy Award, I had gotten this sherwani made, a cream sherwani, which I went up on stage and I collected my trophy. Since that day in February till now, I've worn that same sherwani at 45 concerts. So I worn it that time, that many times. And this jacket and this pant, if you go on to my Instagram and my Facebook, you'll see this at least in about 20 or 25 events. Because I constantly rewear my clothes, and I've got this hashtag. It's called as Rewear for Earth. Rewear, the numeric 4 and Earth. So I would encourage everybody to rewear your clothes, do away with this paradigm on Instagram that every single picture has to have a different costume. Do away with that. Wear the same clothes and double down on it, that I'm doing this because I'm being more responsible to our planet. Because the planet will never remember what you worn. The planet will remember how you treat it.